The story of the 7 brothers, martyrs, and Saint Felicitas, their mother.
Subscribe to our channel to receive more content like this.
Imagine a world filled with bustling streets, towering buildings, and the sound of chariots racing across cobbled roads. But in the shadows of all this activity, Christians in ancient Rome faced something terrifying: persecution. The Roman Empire, with its mighty rulers and gods, was suspicious of anyone who refused to honor their gods. For these early Christians, it often meant a choice: renounce their faith or face unimaginable suffering. One day, a mother named Felicitas and her 7 sons would be thrust into this very test. This is the story of their courage, their faith, and how they would inspire generations to come. It was the year 160 AD, and a cruel emperor named Antoninus Pius ruled the empire. Christians were forbidden from practicing their faith, and those who did were brutally punished. One day, Felicitas and her 7 sons, each with a strong will and unwavering faith, were arrested for being Christians. Now, picture this: a large, cold courtroom. The smell of stone and dust fills the air. The Roman governor, a man named Antoninus, sits on his throne, his eyes cold, as he looks down at Felicitas and her sons. The sons, though young, stand tall, their eyes burning with determination. They were ready to face whatever came next. The governor addresses them, giving them one chance to save their lives. Renounce your faith, he says, and sacrifice to the gods. You will live. If not, you will die. He waits for their answer, hoping for weakness. But Felicitas and her sons are unshaken. The eldest son, named Januarius, speaks up first. We follow Christ, and no threats will make us deny him, he says boldly. The governor, frustrated by their refusal, looks to the next son. One by one, each brother answers in the same way: we will never renounce Christ. Felicitas, their mother, stands beside them. Her heart swells with pride, yet the weight of what's coming presses down on her. She knows what will happen to her boys, but she also knows that their faith is stronger than fear. The governor, unable to sway them, begins with the eldest, Januarius. He orders that he be beaten and tortured, but Januarius doesn't cry out. He remains silent, his faith unbroken. The same happens to each of the sons. They endure beatings, whips, and torture, but none of them flinch. Each of them holds fast to their belief, trusting that they will be with God. As the days drag on, Felicitas watches in agony. Her heart aches as she sees her sons suffer, but she also feels a deep peace. She knows that they are not alone. God is with them. In the midst of the torture, the youngest son, a boy named Felix, is asked by the governor, "Why do you persist in this foolishness? You are just a child. Why not save your life?" Felix replies, "I would rather die for Christ than live without him." These words, simple but powerful, echo in the hearts of all who hear them. Now, the real test begins. The governor, seeing that the brothers will not bend, orders that they be killed one by one. The first son is beheaded, then the second, and the third. Each death is met with a prayer, a word of faith, and a peaceful acceptance of what's to come. Felicitas watches, and though her heart breaks with each loss, she does not despair. She knows that death is not the end. Her sons are going to be with God in a place far better than anything this world can offer. Finally, the moment comes when the last two sons are brought before the governor. The tension in the courtroom is thick, but before the execution, Felicitas speaks to them, her voice steady and strong. "My sons," she says, "do not fear. Your reward is with God. Go to him with courage, as your brothers have done." The two youngest brothers are then executed, and the family is complete. All 7 sons, faithful to the end, have passed from this world into the next. Felicitas, having lost all of her sons, is left alone in the world, but not in despair. She too would soon follow them in death. In fact, the story goes that she was martyred not long after her sons. Her love for them, her courage in the face of their suffering, and her steadfast faith in God made her a shining example of what it means to truly trust in God, even in the face of unbearable pain. Together, the 7 brothers and their mother became known as the 7 Holy Brothers and Saint Felicitas, martyrs. Their story spread throughout the Christian world, inspiring countless people. They showed that there was nothing stronger than faith in God, not torture, not death, not even fear. The story of Felicitas and her sons teaches us some very important lessons. First, it shows us the power of faith. These brothers did not back down in the face of certain death because they trusted in something far greater than themselves. Their faith was their strength, and they held on to it no matter what. Second, the story teaches us the importance of courage. Felicitas, as a mother, could have pleaded for her sons' lives. She could have tried to change their minds, but instead, she gave them the greatest gift she could: a mother's unwavering support, teaching them to be strong in their beliefs. Finally, it teaches us the importance of hope. The brothers knew that death wasn't the end. They were going to be with God, and that hope carried them through their suffering. Felicitas, too, found peace because she knew her sons were in a better place. Today, Saint Felicitas and her 7 sons are remembered by Christians around the world. Their courage in the face of persecution serves as a reminder to all of us about the power of faith and the strength of the human spirit. So, the next time you face a challenge or difficulty, think of the 7 brothers and their mother. Think of their unwavering courage, their unshakable faith, and their hope that no matter what, God was with them. And remember, we all have the strength within us to face our own trials, just as they did, with courage, faith, and hope.